Happy Friday, everybody. So today is June 26, 2020, and I don't think you guys have seen me before. My name is Stuart Huggins, and I am the student intern here at the Wesley Center in Chattanooga. I am also the Director of Youth Ministries at St. John United Methodist Church on Highway 58, and I'll be taking over today's DBR, our Daily Bible Reading, and yeah, I feel like today's DBR and what we'll be going over is going to relate really well to what we're all experiencing in the world today. And yeah, so what we're going to go over today is Psalm 13, and it says, "How long, Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts and day after day have my sorrow in my heart? How long will my enemy triumph over me? Look on me and answer, Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep in death. And my enemy will say, I have overcome him, and my foes will rejoice when I fall. But I trust in your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing the Lord's praise, for he has been good to me." So, I want to take you through each verse, and that can be kind of confusing to understand, so I kind of want to break it down for you. So verse 1 and 2, David is depressed. David thought that God had abandoned him, and that's kind of what hide your, in quotation marks, hide your face kind of means, you know. And verse 3 and 4, David asked God for an answer. Why has he been abandoned? David asked for light to my eyes. This means what his life means, what his purpose is, what he's trying to figure out. David does not want to die. And I'm going to come back to verse 5 and 6 because those are the two most important verses of the Psalm. So the story of Psalm, David wrote Psalm 13 when Saul tried to kill him. That happened often. David asked God about 4 times, how long? David was pretty upset. In today's world, we would probably say that David was depressed. Depressed means that he felt really heavy inside and very sad and very disappointed in what was happening, and that he would honestly like to die. But going back to, like I said, I'm going to go back to verse 5 and 6 here in a second. But those are the two most important verses of the Psalm. So 5 and 6, God does not answer David, but David believes that God will answer. This is because the love of God never failed David before. So even though David felt so depressed, so upset, David believed that God would not fail him even now, that God would make him safe, and that David would not be depressed anymore. David sang to the Lord, confessed all these things, and that's why those two verses of the Psalm are the two most important ones, because in other words, it'd just be him being so upset and so depressed and basically being ready to die at that point. So I think that God wants us to take away from this Psalm that even David had gotten depressed. David, who defeated Goliath, who one day would become king, who would conquer Jerusalem and make it the capital of Israel, and it's still the capital of Israel to this day, and do all these incredible things. He had poured out to God and told him how he felt. Then David remembered that God is so merciful and faithful, that God was going to do what he said he was going to do, and that nothing was going to be able to stop him from doing that, even this crippling depression that David found himself in. So to me, I can relate Psalm 13 kind of to, I think we can all say that 2020 might be the most eventful year that we've lived through so far, with all the things that have happened, and it seems like it just keeps getting worse and worse, and for some people it might be even worse than others who are experiencing it in a different way, and I'm just reminded of Psalm 13. David felt all this depression, but at the same time, God believed that God would not fail him in that moment. God believed that he was going to make David safe again. David believed that God was going to fill this plan out for him and accomplish his plan. Nothing was going to stop it. And I believe the same thing for our lives, everyone's lives, 2020, our world, everything. So, yeah, that's what I want to end with, guys. And happy Friday one more time, and I'll see you guys later.